Hello friends, this is tutorial number 20 in this Scala programming language tutorial. In this tutorial we will talk about functions. We talked about procedure in the previous tutorial. We talked that procedure can print us something. It doesn't return any value, but function is vice versa. Function needs to return some value. And let's create one function. It will be definition addition. Now you will see the difference between procedure and function, and we will have some local variables, a which will be an integer, local variable b which will also be an integer, and we will have one more, local variable c. Of course we can have 1, 2, 3, 4 as many variables as we need. It doesn't matter if it's a function or procedure, and function needs to return some value, and in this case it will be an integer. And now let's define this function. It will be a plus b plus c. It will return us addition of these three variables. And now let's create variable input will be equals to new scanner system.in. Let's import it from Java library. And now let us create global variables. First we will write some message, enter numbers x, y and z. Now we need to create these three variables. Variable x will be equals input.next integer, we will create variable y. All three variables of course will be an integer, and we will create variable z. Okay, we will input these three variables, and we need one more variable which will be result, and variable result will be equals, and we will use this function. We will call this function addition. As you can see, we need three variables, but of course these are local variables. We cannot use them outside the function definition. We need three global variables, and we will write x, y and z. Of course, by default this variable result will be an integer, as you can see, because it will be addition of three integers. And now we can print all of these variables. Print line x equals, and we need variable x. We will just copy this and we will paste it. We can paste 3 times. And now we will just change the values. Here will be variable y, and here we will also change to y. Here it will be z, variable z, and here we will write the result, and here we will use variable result. Okay. Control Shift and F to indent this code and Control S to save. Okay, we create this function, pretty much simple. We have three local variables. Inside it will return us an integer, and it will be addition of these three variables. We created three global variables, x, y, and z, and one more variable, result. We define this result. To define this result, we call this function, and we use these three global variables, x, y, and z, and it will give us the result. Now we will just, of course, as a response, we will print all of these variables, and let us run this application. Okay, enter numbers x, y, and z. Okay, 8, 11, and 4. Let's enter. As you can see now, x equals to 8, y equals to 11, and z equals to 4. And the result is 23. 8, 11 is 19, and 4 is 23. Which is perfect. We can try again. Of course, we can have same variables. 10, y will be also 10, and z will be 5. And as you can see, x equals to 10, y equals to 10, z equals to 5, and the result is 25, which means that this function works perfectly. Now, of course, we can use the same thing as we have. We can just use addition, or we can define. We will just change it. We will use subtraction now. We will not change the name. Okay, and let's type 25, 4, and 7. And now you will see the result is 14. 25 minus 4 is 21, minus 7 is 14, which means that this works perfectly. Of course, now we will back to plus. Of course, we can use addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. We can use operation that we want, that we need. Of course, now we will just create one more function. It will be with string. Okay, the name of the function will be full name. And now we will use variable a, which is string. Of course, we can use a, b, c in every function, because these are local variables. And variable b, which also be an string, and it will return string equals, and it will be a string variable a and variable b. This will be our string. And let's first we will comment this, but input we will not comment input. We will comment just this addition, this operation with addition. We will create another variables, and now let's create print line enter first name. We want to enter first name and last name, and as a result we want to get full name. And let's create a variable. First name will be equals to input, this is a string, next line, and let's create, we need a variable last name, enter last name, variable last name equals to input dot next line, and we need a variable, but we can use full name because it's a name of the function. It will be just name. Variable name equals, and we will call a function full name, and we will use variables first name and variable last name, and we will just print our variable, print a line, we will just print name. I hope that you understand. We have this definition full name. We have two strings, and it will give us just one string. It will be like addition of these two strings, and we will enter first name and variable last name, and we will call this function full name, and we will use two variables, first name and last name. Now we will see how it will works. Enter first name John, enter last name, it will be Doe, and as a result, I made a mistake here. I forgot a dollar, and instead of I need to write name. Now it will be, I hope that it will be good now. First name John, last name Doe. As a result, we have John Doe. It's one string. It is a full name, and okay, I'm pretty much sure that you understand. We can enter first name Jim, and okay, last name can be Queen. Okay, as you can see, this works perfectly fine. This is a simple function of addition of two strings. We have separate first name, last name. As a result, we will get full name. Of course, we can use string and integer to give us a string. It's complete. It can be done. Of course, this was the simple examples for you to understand functions. Of course, we will do some more complex things in the next tutorials, but this was just the introduction, and I really hope that you understand. I really hope that you like this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. You have a link in the description, and I will see you in the next tutorial.